your thoughts?
What? What? Who?
Nice.
Is the time on a Wednesday morning in downtown Alton, the 13th day of September. And I am still kind of, kicking rocks a little bit. I hope that I'm able to keep it a little bit more exciting for you guys today. We got a great show. We're going to be talking over Fly-In Festival taking place in a couple of weeks. Then at 10:10, we're going to be talking all about the Go Gold, the Kids Fest up at Liberty Orchard in Edwardsville. This is an really amazing event that goes towards the awareness and fundraising towards research for childhood cancers. And then at 10:35, we're going to be talking to Bella Milano. They're celebrating 20 years in business already. I mean, in the food industry, to make it 20 years, you're doing something right. So they're going to come in and they're going to fill us in on all of that and more. So if you have any questions for people today, you can text them. Text me, 618-759-7469. That's 618-759-7469. And I don't know if it was because someone watched the show yesterday, but you would not believe this. Dropping Nico off at my parents' house. I call my parents' house doggy daycare because in the mornings he goes and hangs out with them while I'm at work. And wouldn't you know it, we had Madison County patrolling on West Delmar today, and people were going a little bit more slow in those school zones. So I'm not going to take credit for it, but just good to see that and really cool to see, nobody trying to run anybody off the roads today, this morning. At 9:04, make sure you sign up for your daily email update. You can join myself, 70,000 of us that are in the know with all of the aspects of our community, from local news to local sports to events, classified listings, employment opportunities, and with our partnership with the Associated Press, national and statewide news in that daily email as well. We'll take you to Alton first. After years of construction following the road's collapse, Riverview Drive has reopened near Riverview Park. Riverview Park is one of our iconic places to come to and see a very, very beautiful view of the river, Alton Mayor David Goins said. He continues, that's great news for the residents in that area as well as the city. It's going to be safe and people can come back to the park and enjoy it again and drive on through. Riverview Drive has houses on one side of the street and a steep drop on the other. In August of 2019, the wall that ran alongside the drop collapsed due to rainfall and natural erosion. No one was injured in that, but it presented a major safety concern and closed the road for the next several years. You can read one of the original articles from that wall collapse on RiverBender.com still. Goins, who was elected in 2021, noted that it has been a long process to repair the street and the wall. The city worked with Federal Emergency Management Agency to secure funding for repairs, and construction amped up at the end of the summer, and the road has now been open for about a week. It's a relief to finally get that done and get that open. I'm sure the residents are very happy too, Goins added. Riverview Drive runs up against Riverview Park, which remained open to the public but had a few restrictions during construction. Director of Alton Parks and Recreation Department, Michael Haynes, noted that the situation limited what the park could offer. Haynes said the Parks and Recreation Department has turned down many wedding requests because of these complications, so he expects to see an influx of weddings at Riverview Park starting later this fall. The fallen wall has added a source of stress for several years now, and both Goins and Haynes expressed excitement and relief to see the project completed. They aren't the only ones who feel that way. The Alton Municipal Band has performed free weekly summer concerts at the park for years, but they were relocated to the Alton Amphitheater this summer due to construction. Their return to Riverview Park next summer will be a return to tradition. Also in the news, from Dan Brannon, our content director here at RiverBender.com, out of Wood River, unionized refinery workers at Phillips 66 in Wood River are voting on a final contract proposal with the company both Tuesday and Wednesday evening. A total of 370 operators in the International Union of Operating Engineers Local 399 will vote on the contract proposal. Melissa Erker, she's the Director of Government and Community and a public spokesperson for Phillips 66, made the following statement about the contract vote. Phillips 66 values our good relationship with the union, and we are committed to engaging in good faith bargaining. Phillips 66 believes that both sides want to reach an agreement that preserves a successful future, and we believe that the company's offer satisfies that goal. The Wood River Refinery is located in Roxana, approximately 15 miles north of St. Louis on the east side of the river, and more about this vote will be on Thursday right here on RiverBender.com. Also in the news out of Alton, Illinois American Water's work to separate the Alton combined sewer system and install new sanitary sewers continues. On September the 11th, Bell Street south of Hamilton Street to 10th Street remains closed to all traffic, with blocks north of Hamilton Avenue closing in the coming weeks. Please use US 67 and/or Albee Streets to the east to traverse north-south in lieu of using Bell Street. Access to Bose Hardware and Meyer Automotive should use Bell Street south from 20th Street for easy access to these businesses. Traffic from the south trying to reach Business Stretch can go north on Bell Street, west on 9th, and back east on Hamilton Street. A major road closure will start on September the 18th with the closure of the intersection of State Street and Madison Avenue. Southbound State Street traffic will be asked to use the detour of Jefferson Street and Grand Avenue to State Street. Alternatively, southbound traffic that previously used State Street can also utilize US 67 or Albee Streets to head south through town. The closure of the intersection is expected to last several weeks. These closures are necessary for investments to the wastewater systems to be completed in a safe manner. And for more information or concerns, you can call 800-422-2782. Dalton Brown reporting out of Glen Carbon that Together We Learn celebrated a nice milestone. 10 years of teaching Glen Carbon area preschoolers with a ribbon-cutting ceremony featuring the Chamber of Commerce and lots of children's activities. We are having our 10th anniversary birthday party. We're calling it for 10 years that we've been open. Carrie Masella, co-owner and teacher at Together We Learn, said at the event, "We're excited to celebrate that with the community and invite all of our former families and new families in to the occasion. Together We Learn's 10th birthday party was jam-packed with kid-friendly fun." Masella said the event featured a musician, Chef Bananas, a mermaid princess with Britain's princess parties, a smoothie truck, and dedication for a new garden on the school's playground. Masella said the preschool has grown significantly over the years and is making some changes and improvements for the next decade of learning. Together We Learn is a preschool with certified teachers and curriculum for ages 2 to 5 years old. Masella said one of the school's main focuses is the parent and the child learning together. They specialize in educational take-home activities to keep the learning going at home, and parents are also welcome to stop by the school at any time. Masella added that there's also a big on-parent communication component and even have a school app with daily photo and video updates for the parents as well. To learn more about Together We Learn, you can visit their official website, twlinc.org. That is twlinc.org. LINC.org. That is Together We Learn, and congratulations from your friends here at Riverbender for 10 years in business. In Alton, Illinois State Senator Erica Harris, the Republican from Glen Carbon, met with Damian Jones, the Executive Director of Student Athletes Leading Tomorrow, better known as SALT, to discuss the future and the importance of youth sports in and around the Metro East areas. SALT is a sports-based youth development organization directed towards youth in underserved communities. Founded in 2019, SALT seeks to establish programs that engage children in an organic way, helping them to develop active, healthy lifestyles while ensuring their personal growth in the areas of life beyond sports. The 501c3 organization is based right here in Alton. Harris and Jones met at Alton's new soccer mini pitch, wedged in between the Alton Middle School and Rock Springs Park. The facility was completed last October. Alton Mayor David Goins, Alton Alderwoman Rosetta Brown, and Director of Parks and Recreation Michael Haynes also attended Monday afternoon's meetup. One final bit of news for you today out of Alton. Piasaw Armory, the gun store and shooting range located in Alton, is celebrating Customer Appreciation Day with nachos, a bounce house, a Gatling gun, you name it, you got it. This weekend, Saturday, September the 16th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Scott Pulaski with Piasaw Armory appeared right here on this show yesterday to talk more in depth about the event, the Illinois assault weapons ban, and much more. He was speaking about the festivities, which also include free tomahawk throwing and that local businesses can set up a table for free. Piasaw Armory will even provide you with the table. He said that they pay the necessary state fees to allow machine guns at the event, giving visitors a chance to try out some unique weapons for free. Pulaski said that he thinks it's important for people of all ages and perspectives to familiarize themselves with gun safety. Last month, the Illinois Supreme Court ruled 4-3 that the Protect Illinois Communities Act, commonly known as the assault weapons ban, is constitutional, while the law now moves to the federal appeals level and potentially the Supreme Court. Pulaski said it's already been affecting his business. He added that another change in state law 2 years ago delayed paperwork processes for gun buyers and prevented many from getting guns that they ordered because they couldn't complete their paperwork before the ban went into effect. Pulaski said that the Armory has been part of the lawsuit since the beginning of the ban, specifically as part of the case filed by the Federal Firearm Licenses of Illinois. Other state organizations like the Illinois State Rifle Association have filed similar lawsuits against the ban, which awaits decisions in the federal appeals court. In the meantime, Pulaski said that Piasaw Armory is looking forward to giving back to its loyal customers and entertaining the area. To find out more about Piasaw Armory and ways that you can spend this coming Saturday with them and all the fun you and the family can have, including a list and a schedule of offered courses where they can teach you the proper ways to protect yourself, you can visit PiasawArmory.com. That's PiasawArmory.com. That's a look at what's happening around the Riverbend at 9:14 on this pretty mild Wednesday morning. Here's a look at weather. Today, we're not even touching 80 degrees, 79. That's all we're getting today. On Thursday, 78 for the high, and on Friday, matching Thursday. We have a low of 49 degrees tonight. Tomorrow, a low of 47, and on Friday, sitting right there at 52 degrees as the moon starts to rise. But right now, as it sits, 60 degrees, it feels like 67 out there. Humidity must be up. For time and temperature throughout the day, 618-465-4545. This time powered by Tom Lane, your local State Farm agent. Hey, coming up in 2 days, I cannot believe it's already here, September 15th, 16th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, and 23rd with matinees on the 17th and 24th. That is Beer for Breakfast on tap at Alton Little Theater, and they are inviting all of you to help them pour out that pint. Hey, the matinee on the 17th is already sold out because so many people want to be involved in this really just hilarious comedy of those, four men that are in the middle of the life stages. And, maybe it's time to kind of have a guy's weekend, and forget about being an adult for a couple of, days. And, well, then all of a sudden you get snowed in and the girl that y'all kind of liked at high school shows up or college, and Now we have an interesting shaboozy on our hands. All of that and more awaits you on the 15th, 16th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, and 23rd, and on Sunday, September the 24th. Adults for $22, youth, you're paying $18 if you're 17 or under. That's beer for breakfast. Come celebrate the 90th birthday of Alton Little Theater. Not a landmark just in the area, but a landmark throughout the region. For more information, AltonLittleTheater.org. That is AltonLittleTheater.org. It's 9:16. We'll take a quick break. More of our daily show comes to you next in downtown Alton.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Mungan Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Mungan Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Mungan Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect. Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
RiverBender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBenderRadio.com.
Are you in the market for new flooring? Look no further than Ed Eagles Discount Carpet. Ed Eagles has an enormous inventory of carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood with professionally trained carpet installers that will treat your project and home with the utmost respect. Lowe's and Home Depot can't even compare. Our discounted prices regularly beat out the big box stores. Stop by today to have your new flooring ready for the holiday season. Ed Eagles, quality carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood at discount prices, located on Humbert Road in Alton.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank. The local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Linux system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Then that time I went and said goodbye. Now I'm back and not ashamed to cry. Ooh, baby, here I am, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Here I am, baby.
9:20 is the time. Welcome back on this, is it a Wednesday? See, okay.
Hump day.
Well, all morning I kept going, what day of the week is it? Who am I? Why am I here? You know? But it's 9/21, and coming up on September 30th and October the 1st, that's weird to already say.
Yeah.
We're getting close to Halloween season, folks. Wings and Wheels Fly-In Festival, 27 years now already. Danny and Jane is in studio with me, and I'm trying to figure out if I'm still good at my job. How are we doing this morning, and how excited are we for the festival?
We're doing great. Thank you for having us first off, and we're geared up. We're ready to go. Like I said, we are hoping for good weather now. So everything's done, everything's planned for. We're in the good weather phase.
And now for the folks at home that couldn't see during commercial break, we had to do some manifesting, some visualizing, and maybe is there a sun dance?
I think so.
That's what we'll do.
We're going to do it.
That's right, because we're going to have some great weather. And this is such a big event. I mean, you guys pull out all the stops with this, and I'm sure it takes more than a few weeks to put something like this together. What's the planning stage look like for you guys in this?
So we had our last event last year, same time in 2022. Mm-hmm. Kid you not, as soon as it was over in October, we regrouped, started planning for this year. So we meet about monthly, once a month. Last few months, we've been meeting more frequently just to find up the details, but it's a year-long event. We plan for it year-round.
Wow. And so that means you guys must like each other, huh?
We've become great friends.
I was about ready to say.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Well,
it's good.
What does it mean for the airport to have something of this magnitude, really, to open its doors to the public and really showcase what you have? What's it mean for you guys?
So for the airport, we like opening up the doors, and we're surrounded by fence. We like taking that fence down for the weekend and opening up the doors and allowing the community to come in. It's a nice community event. We love showing off the airport. We love showing what we do. And we like showing airplanes off. And that's our prime opportunity to do it. Having the public come out and kind of just advertise Westar and show what they do. And it really make it a nice community event.
Well, what's cool about it, too, I mean, the airport, you guys have been really having a great year. I mean, Caden's Cafe's doing well in there, and then you have the Piasaw Flyers, meeting over there. I mean, there's a lot of components to the airport that are really adding to this big picture that I think's just made it a great year to kind of watch.
Yeah, and there's a lot of parties from the airport that come into. Like I said, Westar Aviation, they're a huge sponsor and supporter this year, covering the Young Eagles, and a big supporter of that event. And the EA local chapter, 864. They're a bunch of volunteers, local pilots that come out and really help organize and put the event on as well. So it's a group effort from everybody.
It really is. And Jane, take me through, your time with the Fly-In Festival and really just seeing this event grow too.
It really has. We've been really excited to be a part of it for the last 2 years. For the last 2 years, the Bethalto Chamber of Commerce has partnered with the airport for this event. We moved the farmers market there on Sunday, which is wonderful. We get some food trucks. We'll have some dessert food trucks there on Saturday, some like ice cream and caramel corn or kettle corn and things like that. And then Sunday we'll bring in some food trucks along with our farmers market.
And that's what I think's really cool about this is there's adding those components to it that are a little bit unique to an event like this, but also showcasing the area of Bethalto and what you guys have to offer and adding it to this event's really cool.
It really is, and the village is really excited to be a part of the airport. They are such a component of our community, and I think it's important to everybody realize that they are so vital to our community.
Well, and that's a huge part of this too is, I think a lot of communities would be blessed to have an airport, like St. Louis Regional, kind of right there in the hub of everything, and then the support that you guys give to the township is probably just impressive. If I saw the numbers, I'd go, ooh, man, can I have some of that too, So with that being said, take us through the... Someone's microphone just blew up. So what we'll do now, I'm having a little bit of a technical difficulty this Wednesday morning. So why don't we do this? We'll take a quick break. I'm going to try to fix that microphone because it just exploded. 9:25, we'll come right back.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Is it time to buy, sell, or even time to consider a short sale of your property? Meet Lisa Webb, owner of 3rd Street Realty. This local, women-owned, family-operated realty group has over a decade of experience in foreclosures, first-time home buying, and so much more. 3rd Street Realty prides themselves on holding your hand through the entire process. Let their expertise guide you to your dream home. Visit 3rdstrealty.com and start your journey with Lisa Webb today.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nistello on RiverBender.com.
9:27. Is the microphone still exploding? No, we got it to work. You're welcome, because I know yesterday it was starting to do it to you guys. I was getting texts like, what is that noise? What is that noise?
Really?
So the fuse was lit. And you know, Danny with
took it over the top.
With an explosive event like with Fly-In Festival, I mean, the microphone just couldn't handle the heat, man. They were excited too. So on Saturday, September 30th, Danny, what are we going to experience from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.?
So Saturday's traditionally been the biggest day of the event. We'll have open up the runways. Runways are always open, but have the local pilots fly out. People will pull their planes out of the hangars, and anyone's encouraged to fly in. So we'll have the ramp full of airplanes, everything from your single engine, twin engine aircraft. Westar is going to bring out their jet, so we're going to have a jet on display. We're going to have a B-25 bomber and Boeing Stearman brought over from Missouri Commemorative Air Force. So a couple World War II airplanes as well.
Wow.
They'll be selling rides, so if people want to go on a ride, they can pay the Commemorative Air Force, goes to a good cause. And go on a cool vintage World War II airplane ride.
That's a once-in-a-lifetime experience, honestly.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's awesome.
It's really neat. Speed Demons Car Club will have their car show out there. So for $20, people can register their car show. It goes to good community cause. All the money goes back in the community as well.
Cruise Control has to be a fitting band for a Saturday with the car show.
That's what we thought. So with the car show, good theme with it. They'll play classic rock music. Who doesn't like that? So during the car show, look for them near the car show field, and good classic music.
And then I like this note here. Food. What type of food are we going to experience?
Oh, Jane's got us set up with some good food trucks and vendors coming out. But the EAA, the local chapter, will be cooking hot dogs, brats, pulled pork, hamburgers, things like that, chips and drinks. Very reasonable price. Like another good charity cause, all the money goes to their chapter and their organization. So
that's really cool. Well, and I like the way you're kind of diversifying the food, because for me, it's kind of funny. Like when they have like the food truck festival down at the amphitheater and other places, I'm a hot dog and nachos person. You know, I think it's cool, you know, like go get your nice food. But, you know, I think it's cool to have a little bit of options for everybody to support the really cool chapter and really help their missions. And then also support some great food trucks and vendors that Jane's bringing in. That's really cool. And now what everyone's been waiting to hear about, the Kids Zone. This is the best way to get your child napping on a Saturday at 3:30 p.m. I'm just going to say this is the sleep aid on the weekend. Bounce houses, activities. Take us through this, Danny.
So the Bethalto Chamber of Commerce really came through last year. We tried something new with the bounce houses and inflatables. Mm-hmm. Bring your kids out. It's free to the whole family. Have them climb up and down the slides, up and down the inflatables, wear them out. I think there'll be some balloons out there as well, so really fun.
That's really cool, and really just it seems like the partnership with the chamber really helped elevate this. That a great event that you already had, but just kind of taking it a step up too.
Yep, like I said, there's about a dozen of us involved in the planning committee.
Really cool,
and it takes all of us to really. We each do our own little part, and we all come back together in multiple groups. The Chamber of Commerce, the EAA chapter of the airport, and like I said, Westar with the big sponsorship. It all kind of comes together.
Well, and it also showcases, really, I think, it kind of paints a cool picture of what Bethalto is, too, at the airport and the chamber, because your guys' Chamber of Commerce really puts in the work all year long with events throughout the community and really helping support small business and their development, and also collaborating with your biggest, I would assume the biggest employer in Bethalto, correct?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Absolutely.
And it's just kind of celebrating all those components and raising awareness to it is really cool.
Yeah. It really is, and it's a great way to showcase our village for just a day as well. The airport is certainly an important component of our village, but then they allow us to bring some of our events that we celebrate in the village out to the airport and be a part of their festivities. So as a community, we will have the Spirit Group, will have the farmers market out there that day, and we will have the barrel ride cars that we do at Christmas Village. So we'll be able to share those events as well. And of course, then the bounce houses are free, so that's always great. On Sunday, they're also going to do the free flights for youth. Can you tell us a little bit about
Yes.
this?
Yeah, okay.
So-
I saw this and I thought, is this a typo? Like, this is awesome.
No, it's one of the really cool things we can do to get the youth involved in aviation. Just getting the awareness out there.
Mm-hmm.
Again, the local EA chapter, age 64, they do this Young Eagles program. So they'll take kids aged 8 to 17 on a free 15, 20-minute introductory flight. Parents have to sign a waiver and do all the paperwork, but
Right.
no charge to anybody. That's where Westar is coming through with picking up the fuel costs and covering the sponsorship of that event. So huge props to Westar on that one. Great partner for this event. Wouldn't be possible without them.
That's
But
huge.
last year alone, they flew 270 kids, and 170 of them were flown for the first time. We're lucky enough to have Chapter 864. They're one of the premier EAA groups in the nation. They're constantly in the top rankings of Young Eagles kids that they fly. So great event to bring the family out and get your kid a free flight, free exposure to aviation.
Well, really, like you said, a huge thing to Westar. I mean, that's a pretty significant cost, I would assume, in fuel and making sure that the kids can do it for free. I mean, I've never flown in a single-engine plane, so that would be kind of cool for anybody, I think. But also, like you said, the first ever experience, a real hands-on one, too, and getting to do something really unique and seeing your town from a whole different level. You know, that's awesome.
Right.
That is so cool. And then, Jane, take me through the farmers market a little bit more. How many vendors can we expect on Sunday?
I will tell you, we still have room for more, but I'm sure we're going to have at least 25.
Oh, wow.
You know, we've had a spectacular market this year, and folks show up for this market. They try to make an effort to make this market when they can't make other markets. So we're expecting a nice turnout. We will be under the big airplane at the airport, so we'll be easy to identify and come with us, and we'll be in the heat of things. The food trucks will be right there, the barrel cars right next to the bounce houses. So one parent can stay with the kids at the bounce house, the other one come to the farmer's market,
Amen.
mix it up. We'll have great pumpkins and mums and crafts. And so know that fresh produce is still in season. We're still getting tomatoes and squash, and we'll have likely peaches and apples at that point as well. So come out and get in that fall spirit. It's a great place to do that. And I just want to put a plug. This is a free event.
Yeah.
So come out Saturday and Sunday. So Danny talked about how awesome the EAA is and how they're a premier group. This fundraiser that they're doing on Saturday for food is their primary fundraiser.
Okay.
So come out and grab a hot dog, take a walk around, let the kids bounce for an hour or so, then come back on Sunday. Shop the market, give the kids a ride in the barrel cars. Let the ones that can take a free ride, but it really come out both days. It's free. There's different things both days.
Well, and what I like, too, is the timing of it. You know, I really appreciate the 9 a.m. thing because, you know, for people like me, the middle of the day is always tough, you know, so to be able to have something where, at, 9 o'clock I can get in and kind of see what's going on, still support the fundraising opportunities and the airport and the chamber, but also being able to go, oh, good, then tomorrow I can come back and see what else I'm hitting.
And it's different food.
Yeah. Hey, man, that's an even better play right there.
So that's meals you don't have to cook or clean. I'm always game for that.
Me too. I'm telling you what, I love the whole. At first I thought, I'll have some nice, nice china, some nice dishes. Now I'm kind of liking this whole paper plate thing. You just toss it and you don't worry about it again. It's great stuff. So with that being said, do we know which food trucks are going to be on hand, or are we kind of just hanging loose?
I can tell you, El Mezcal will be there, so we're excited about that.
Nice.
And all three of them that we're going to have are local. The second one, and I left it out in the car, forgive me, is a well-known food truck from Royal Lakes, and so a great couple. And then the third one is between two different ones, but it will be a familiar local food truck. We're fitting in that. We're only going to have 3 so that all the vendors can do well. And then we will have those supplemental vendors. So on Sunday, we'll have bakers. So, we'll have the baked goods there. But then we'll have Moe's ice cream.
Oh, she's great.
The kettle corn and fruit crushers.
That's really cool.
So that's what we'll have. A nice assortment of vendors, so it'll be really nice and fallish.
Well, and that's what I think's so cool about this event. I mean, it really hits all the boxes. It's fun for the whole family. To go in, you aren't hitting anybody with the $10 entry fee. It's just, hey, come in and see what we have to offer. And then, free flights for kids right there alone is worth the price of admission. Whether or not it's the live music, you get a car show, which again is another should be paid for event that you're getting for free at the festival. And then the walk on the tarmac alone and kind of going and checking out the planes is really cool too for me. Because it's like, I don't know how many opportunities you're going to have to see, a smaller plane, a jet, all those cool things. And you can do that right there in your hometown community in Bethalto. I mean, that's pretty amazing. And with that being said, Danny and Jane, I'll ask you both this question. What's your favorite component to this? Is it the planning, the preparation? Is it the day of seeing the families in there? What does it for you two?
So for me, it's opening the airport up to the community.
Yeah.
I hear all the time how it's so shut off and isolated. Not true. We like making it a community event and opening up the doors to everyone. And we're trying something new, bringing out or offering sponsorship opportunities to community businesses this year. Mm-hmm. So we want to get them more recognition as well. So we were fortunate to partner with maybe over 12 to 15 different local companies.
Wow.
So really getting the opportunity to let them showcase their businesses as well.
That's really cool. And again, just kind of, bringing everybody with you. And what I always say, whenever you can raise the bar and bring everyone up with you, that's a pretty good situation to have. And it seems like that's the case here. I mean, that's incredible. Jane, what is it for the event for you that gets you keep coming back?
It's really exciting to be able to bring the farmers out there and give them some more exposure and be in a central community place. So we're right there between Bethalto and East Alton and Rosewood Heights and Wood River. And really, a farmer's market is intended to be an incubator. So to bring these people and let them see these businesses, these local food trucks, and then be able to promote other events. So it promotes our farmer's market, it promotes the Christmas Village, it promotes our community. It's just a win-win.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. And really what I think is cool is the thing that is such a huge component is the people that you're bringing in, I'm sure, from out of the area, from just a regional approach and being able to try some of the fruits, the vegetables of your local farmers markets and all of that. I mean, that adds to a huge component going forward, that bigger picture, being painted. And it's all because of the regional airport, the 27th Annual Fly-In Festival, and the Bethalto Chamber of Commerce's partnership with the event. I mean, this is really cool, guys. And one last thing for you. Is there any way we can stay up to date with more details of the event? Is it social media, Facebook?
Yes, so you can follow the event details on the St. Louis Regional Airport Facebook page, the Bethalto Chamber of Commerce Facebook page, as well as the Bethalto Chamber of Commerce website.
There we go. That was impressive. He didn't even look down. That was straight eye. He knew.
He's good. I'm just telling you, we're really glad to have him.
And we're all glad to have your guys' partnership on this because this is fun for the whole family on Saturday, September the 30th and Sunday, the first day of October from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Man, that would be a nice work schedule, actually.
We look forward to seeing you out there.
I look forward to seeing you, too, and I look forward to seeing all of you stopping by, whether it's one day or two, fun for the whole family. And just remember, it's free. For more information, you can visit the BethaltoChamber.com. That's BethaltoChamber.com. Or just go and head out to the St. Louis Regional Airport Facebook page.
There you go.
I like it. Sounds good to me. Guys, thanks for stopping by. I took you a little bit too long, but always enjoy talking with you and seeing all the things that you two are working on. 9:40, we'll come back, wrap up the 9 o'clock hour, and then we'll look forward to the 10 after this in downtown Alton.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Mungan Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Mungan Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Mungan Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect. Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
RiverBender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
Are you in the market for new flooring? Look no further than Ed Eagles Discount Carpet. Ed Eagles has an enormous inventory of carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood with professionally trained carpet installers that will treat your project and home with the utmost respect. Lowe's and Home Depot can't even compare. Our discounted prices regularly beat out the big box stores. Stop by today to have your new flooring ready for the holiday season. Ed Eagles, quality carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood at discount prices, located on Humbert Road in Alton.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Linux system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Dream on, but don't imagine they'll all come true. Ooh, when will you realize Vienna waits for you?
Sparks Junk Removal is hiring. Give her a call, 618-781-1407, or if you want to be a part of their trash pickup service, this is something that I'm kind of pushing a little bit for, I'll be honest. The reason being is, quite frankly, Denise Sparks is such an amazing person. The company cares about its customers. What I think's cool is Denise and I have talked for years, before this show started, when I was still a little bit more, a little bit more crazy. I'm still crazy, just not as much. And, I would sit there and just listen to the stories and listen to her and talking about, some of the jobs that her and the team were working on, and really just how it wasn't like she was talking about a customer. It was almost like she was talking about, every job she was on, like they were almost an extension of their family. I mean, that's how good of care they're going to treat you with, just like they do with their valet trash service. I mean, think about this. If you're somebody who's elderly and you're having mobility issues, Sparks Junk Removal is willing to be your valet trash service to make sure that your trash is being picked up, going in your house, grabbing the bag out of your kitchen garbage and making sure it's tied for you and taking care of you. There's so many components to Sparks Junk Removal, and they're all there at sparksjunkremoval.net. That's sparksjunkremoval.net. But the Sparks team at the team at Sparks Junk Removal and Hauling is looking forward to handling your weekly trash service needs. Think about that. If you're in Godfrey, Grafton, Elsa, Bethalto, Brighton, Bethalto Lakes, Cottage Hills, Fosterburg, Meadowbrook, Morrow, Piasol Hills, Rockgate Subdivision, Kendall Hill, Rosewood Heights, pickups on Tuesday in Rosewood Heights, Storyland Subdivision, and there's so many more selected areas. You are in their service area for weekly trash service. No more taking the chance of getting beat up by the garbage man that may or may not have, had too much fun the night before and probably shouldn't have been working that day. No more of the days of, you sitting there going, why hasn't my trash been picked up for 3 days? You give a call to the number they tell you to call, their customer service line, and you don't hear back from them for 3 weeks. I mean, you've heard my stories of anything but success with this company. I can't say the name of it, but we all know the elephant literally in the town. You can utilize Sparks Junk Removal, though, for your weekly trash service, and I highly encourage you to, because Denise Sparks is the queen of junk, and now she's the queen of trash. 618-781-1407. That's 618-781-1407. Or sparksjunkremoval.net. Now, the only thing I ask is that when you sign up for Denise's trash service, that you say, hey, it's because CJ told me to. That's all I'm asking. SparksJunkRemoval.net, SparksJunkRemoval.net, 618-781-1407. Hey, wanted to fill you in on a great story Sydney Sinks was reporting on in Grafton. In memory of the September 11th terrorist attacks, 3 firefighters with the QEM Fire Protection District climbed 2,200 stairs to honor 9/11 first responders. Firefighters Stephen Looney, Tyler Fedderson, firefighter cadet Bradley Isringhausen donned their equipment and walked up and down the stairs of a 3-story live fire training facility. They logged 2,200 stairs, the equivalent of 110 stories, to recreate the experience of firefighters who responded to the World Trade Center and honor the 343 firefighters who lost their lives on that tragic day. It's really just to pay tribute to all of the firefighters that had fallen during 9/11, Fedderson said. The others agreed. It was a difficult experience, but a fitting tribute to their fellow firefighter. The 3 climbed 2,200 stairs in about 20 minutes with no breaks. Their families watched as they made the trek up and down the stairs, offering words of encouragement, even though it was a sobering image. Afterwards, as they took off their equipment and caught their breath, the trio encouraged people to support their department and those who keep the QEM Fire Protection District running. All 3 men are volunteers, and they recognize the work of their fellow volunteer and firefighters in the departments throughout the country. Support your volunteers, Isringhausen said. We put in 10 hours with no pay, but it's for a good cause, that's for sure, just to help people. And kudos to Sydney Sinks on just stellar articles lately and write-ups. I really enjoy reading them, and I know that all of you do as well. A couple of things happened on this date in history. Sorry, I had to find my seat again. I don't know why. I liked the bar stool for a while. You guys remember that when I figured out that there was actually chairs that had a backing to it that I could sit in? But this one's really not comfortable. It's almost like I'm sitting on just a piece of wood, So I don't know. I got to get a new chair. So, on this date in 490 BC, the Battle of Marathon, the conventionally accepted date for the battle in the Persian Wars. In 1501, Michelangelo began his work on the statue of David. In 1759, the Battle of the Plains of Abraham, the British defeat the French near Quebec City in the 7 Years' War. In 1788, the United States Philadelphia Convention sets the date for the country's first presidential election. How cool is that? And New York City becomes the country's temporary capital on this date in 1788. I always find that portion of our country's history, the years following the Revolutionary War into that kind of, I just find that part of our history so fascinating. In 1814, the poem that would become the Star-Spangled Banner was penned by Francis Scott Key. In 1948, Margaret Chase Smith is elected senator. She became the first woman to serve in both the United States House of Representatives and the United States Senate. In 1993, the Israeli Prime Minister shook hands with Palestinian Liberation Organization chairman at the White House after signing the Oslo Accords. And here is who was born on this date in history. 1916, I always get his first name wrong. 1916 is Roald Dahl, the British novelist, poet, and screenwriter. And Tyler Perry, how about that? Born on this date in 1969, the American actor, director, producer. And people that died on this date in history. George Wallace, the American sergeant, lawyer, and politician, 45th governor of Alabama, dying on this date in 1998. Raymond Burr, the Canadian-American actor and director, died on this date in 1993. And Philip II of Spain, how about that? Taking all the way back to 1598, passing away on the date in history. And in 2008, one final bit of other historical milestones. We have a few of them, actually, that are quite interesting. Hurricane Ike makes landfall on the Texas Gulf Coast of the United States, causing heavy damage to Galveston Island, Houston, and the surrounding areas. In 1962, an appeals court ordered the University of Mississippi to admit James Meredith, the first African-American student admitted to the segregated university. And in 1959, the Soviet Union's Luna 2 becomes the first human-made object to reach the moon. Those are what happened on this date in history. A quick break. We'll come back and wrap up the 9 after this.
Nikki here from Newark. It was my birthday, so I told my boyfriend Vinny I wanted the best steak in Jersey. We did a Google search and hopped in the car, and 15 hours later we rolled up to George's Local Brew in Jerseyville, Illinois. It was the best steak I've ever had. They cut them fresh daily. Since it was my birthday, the owner let me spin the wheel of George's, and I won a diamond ring. And then Vinny proposed to me. Talk about the best road trip of my life. George's Local Brew, where every night is steak night.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. Save up to 27% when you bundle home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
Are you in the market for new flooring? Look no further than Ed Eagles Discount Carpet. Ed Eagles has an enormous inventory of carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood with professionally trained carpet installers that will treat your project and home with the utmost respect. Lowe's and Home Depot can't even compare. Our discounted prices regularly beat out the big box stores. Stop by today to have your new flooring ready for the holiday season. Ed Eagles, quality carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood at discount prices. Located on Humbert Road in Alton.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
$9:55. Welcome back to our daily show. Really, an interesting letter to the editor I kind of just wanted to touch base on. You know, a couple of days ago, I asked you guys what the issue was with this sign in Edwardsville. To me, I think that sometimes policies and codes and ordinances, they get in the way of common sense. It really is. And a letter to the editor, I just wanted, we ran it. So I just thought it was actually a very interesting point. Signs. And here's the letter. It's a very brief one. Sign issues have been going on for more than 2 decades in Edwardsville. The city enjoys its power to refuse signage that in other communities would not have the same outcome. Continues, the sign in question with the Edwardsville alderman at the Drunken Fish is unique and attractive, and they should work to see if it stay as is. Sometimes policy is just silly. The sign costs a great deal and is not a negative. That's from a Madison County Board member, Schmidt. And I think it's an interesting point. I mean, I really just don't understand it. And I wasn't, a couple of days ago, someone sent me a text saying I was being kind of, tongue-in-cheek about it. And I really am not. I just want to know what the real issue is. It's a sign. What? I don't know. I mean, to me, I think if you just say the obvious, for policy and enforcement and ordinances, I think you have to be required to say it out loud what the issue is. I think you have to say it out loud. I think if you internalize it, that's when all the gray area starts to come. I think if they would have just said, this sign is a problem, or is this sign a problem? I think that would probably have been a no. I don't know. It's just me. I was just curious. And, someone kind of took offense to it. I didn't mean to be a jerk about it. I'm just, like I said, kind of was wondering what everyone else was wondering when it comes to, that alone. So with that being said, I wanted to also fill you in on something that Dan Brandon wrote about. We also had Jen on the show, and that was Walk With Us to Prevent Suicide. They had strong participation, and I'm so happy to see that. And it featured a powerful show of support for suicide prevention this past weekend. Spearheaded at the present time by Jen Herring, the event has become a beacon of hope and unity for many, emphasizing the importance of community and togetherness in the face of adversity. South Roxana Mayor TJ Callahan and resident Cherry Chester volunteered their time and skills to DJ the event, setting up an uplifting tone for the day. Attendees enjoyed various food trucks and vendors, face painting, and more, adding to the festive atmosphere and ensuring a memorable experience for young kids and older adults. Bob Coles, the chief of police and village administrator for South Roxana, participated in the walk and said the event is very personal to him. I have lost family members and my best friend to this illness, he said. Participating in this event is my way of showing support for those who need it the most. Herring had a memorable statement and said, "Walk with us to prevent suicide is more than just a walk. It's a statement. Every year we come together to show those struggling that they are not alone and that there is a community here that deeply cares about them." The event, held every September at Roxana Park, serves as a poignant reminder of the lives lost to suicide and the importance of prevention efforts. It also allows survivors, families, and supporters to connect, share their stories, and find strength in numbers. Mayor TJ Callahan was ecstatic about the success of the event and said it's so heartwarming to see different communities come together for such a crucial cause. Here's his quote: "We're proud to lend our support for this event at Roxana Park and will continue to help drive initiatives that promote mental health and well-being," he explained. For a full write-up and a full gallery of that powerful event, I'm so glad it turned out well. You can check that out at RiverBender.com. We'll come back with top of the hour news, but right now a quick break. It is 10 o'clock right here in downtown Alton at the RiverBender building. It's our daily show. I'll see you in a few.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect. Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
RiverBender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBenderRadio.com.
Are you in the market for new flooring? Look no further than Ed Eagles Discount Carpet. Ed Eagles has an enormous inventory of carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood with professionally trained carpet installers that will treat your project and home with the utmost respect. Lowe's and Home Depot can't even compare. Our discounted prices regularly beat out the big box stores. Stop by today to have your new flooring ready for the holiday season. Ed Eagles, quality carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood at discount prices. Located on Humbert Road in Alton.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank. The local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Linux system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Welcome back to our daily show on this 13th day of September. We got a great conversation coming up in just a few short minutes, but here's what you need to know. Here's what's happening around the Riverbend. Sign up for your daily email update or just download the Riverbender app today and join the thousands that already have it. So that way you get all the information you need right there on your phone, available in the Google Play or App Store today. In Wood River, Dan Brandon reports the following, that unionized refinery workers at Phillips 66 Refinery are voting on final contract proposal with the company both Tuesday and Wednesday evening. A total of 370 operators in the International Union of Operating Engineers, Local 399, will vote on the contract proposal. Melissa Erker, Director of Government and Community and a public spokesperson for Phillips 66, made the following statement about the vote. Phillips 66 values our good relationship with the union, and we are committed to engaging in good faith bargaining. Phillips 66 believes that both sides want to reach an agreement that preserves a successful future, and we believe that the company offer satisfies that goal. The Wood River Refinery, located in Roxana, and we will have more on this vote Thursday right here on RiverBender.com. Sydney Sinks reporting out of Alton. After years of construction following the road's collapse, Riverview Drive has reopened at Riverview Park. Riverview Drive has houses on one side of the street and a steep drop on the other. In August of 2019, many of us remember that the wall that ran alongside the drop collapsed, and due to rainfall and natural erosion, thankfully no one was injured, but it presented a major safety concern and closed the road for the next several years. You can read one of the original articles on that collapse today on RiverBender.com. Mayor Goins, who was elected in 2021, noted that it has been a long process to repair the street and wall. The city of Alton worked with FEMA to secure funding for repairs, and construction amped up at the end of this summer, and the road has now been open for about a week. Riverview Drive runs up against Riverview Park, which remained open to the public, but had a few restrictions during construction. Michael Haynes, the director of Alton Park and Rec Department, noted that the situation limited what the park could offer. Haynes said the Park and Recreation Department has turned down many wedding requests because of those complications, so he expects to see an influx of weddings at Riverview Park starting later this fall. The fallen wall had been a source of stress for several years now, but both he and the mayor expressed excitement and relief to see the project completed. That's a look at what's happening around the Riverbend on a Wednesday morning in downtown Alton. 10:07's the time, but it's 66 degrees. Feels like 72, humidity sitting at 76%. Today, mostly sunny. Tonight, clear and cool. A high of 80 degrees today, a low of 48. Then coming up tomorrow, a high of 78, a low of 47. And on Friday, a high of 78 again, a low of 52 degrees. Then on Saturday and Sunday, we are sitting mid-70s for the high temperatures and mid to low 50s for the low temperatures. But right now, as it sits at 10:07, it is 66 degrees at the Riverbender building in downtown Alton. For time and temperature throughout the day, you can do that by calling 618-465-4545. This time powered by Bounce Back, Rehab, Recover, Return Home. Before we take a quick break, let me fill you in on the best real estate agent in the area. That real estate agent's Lisa Webb and her company, 3rd Street Realty, a woman-owned but family-operated company that values your family values. That's always going to put what your values are for your family first. They aren't going to treat you like a commission check. And we have all had the salesperson experience or the agent experience where you kind of feel like you're a number. You don't really feel like it's your process, it's your journey, it's your story, it's your chapter in life. I mean, that's a big purchase. You know, whether or not it's your first house, your billionth house, your 89th rental, or, you know, you name it, those are big choices. And Lisa Webb and her team at 3rd Street Realty value every aspect of your life and want to make sure that you are making the best choice for you and your family. And they're going to keep you safe and educated and advocate for you throughout that entire process. What I also like is their educational material when it comes to foreclosure and short sale. Lisa Webb and 3rd Street Realty have educational material for all of you if you're in that uncomfortable spot of it's time to foreclose, or maybe we can save this and do a short sale. All that awaits you at 3rdstrealty.com. That is 3rdstrealty.com, where you can start your journey with Lisa Webb today. Or why don't you just do this? Hang out with Lisa Webb and I next Wednesday for 3rd on 3rd with 3rd Street Realty, where you can ask any real estate question you like for free. How about that? 10:09's the time. A quick break. Daily Show comes back to you on a Wednesday next.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect. Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
RiverBender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
Are you in the market for new flooring? Look no further than Ed Eagles Discount Carpet. Ed Eagles has an enormous inventory of carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood with professionally trained carpet installers that will treat your project and home with the utmost respect. Lowe's and Home Depot can't even compare. Our discounted prices regularly beat out the big box stores. Stop by today to have your new flooring ready for the holiday season. Ed Eagles, quality carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood at discount prices, located on Humbert Road in Alton.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Linux system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Pounding on is a heart of mine. Song to song, I pass my time with these speakers on 10. Your good and gone keeps me up all night along with songs in the key of life. I'm either gonna get over you or I'm gonna blow out my ears. Yeah, you're out there now doing God knows how, and I'm stuck.
10:13 on this 13th day of September. Look at that. Coincidental? Maybe.
Coincidental.
There you go. Patty Barty in studio. Go Gold for Kids Fest taking place this weekend, correct?
Correct.
And now this is really amazing. This is at Liberty Apple Orchard. Liberty
in
Orchard
Edwardsville,
in
on Coon
Edwardsville.
Station Road.
And this is a really cool and unique experience for everybody to really get outdoors, experience the really beauty of our agricultural industry here in Madison County, but also to raise awareness and funds for childhood cancer research. And Patty, joining us now, how excited are you for this event on Saturday?
Oh, I'm so excited. We have this event annually. This event has been going on for the past 6 years or so. COVID, of course, had a little interruption. The event was originally founded by Mark and Linda Bearhorst. Their son passed away of Ewing sarcoma, which is a pediatric cancer. He passed away, Adam passed away right after he graduated from high school. So they really wanted to give back and do something. The past 2 years, the recipient of the event has been the American Cancer Society. And so the funds are all restricted to pediatric cancer, which is research and it's pretty awesome. You know, one out of the highest disease-related death in kids 1 to 19 is cancer. So it's a really wonderful cause. It's out there at Liberty Apple Orchard, which is owned by Lou Jean and Steve Miller. And like you said, I mean, it is a really cool property. I don't know if everyone in Edwardsville or the surrounding areas is aware that there's this amazing apple orchard out there that grows several different kinds of apples. And they have a really cool market store where they sell honey that's been harvested from their fields by the honey keeper. And they also sell fresh apple pies made with their apples, apple butter. They have all kinds of really cool gift items and things like that. It's just a very unique experience.
Well, it really is. And what I think is so cool about this is it's not, I mean, for somebody that, like myself, I've done, radio for 6 years now and done this show for over, by myself for a year and then hosted other shows or co-hosted them. And I mean, I've never seen something that has so many unique components to it. You normally get some of the run-of-the-mill, I hate to say that, but activities like,
right.
You name it. But I mean, we're talking, our friends at Foamsies are going to be there, beekeeping, honey demonstrations, and
right.
Really unique and really, to me, a really cool incentive to show the little ones there's a lot of fun to be had outside, so turn your phone off.
Right. And I mean, it's not going to be, like you said, I mean, it's not like a typical a typical fair type thing, but it is a festival, and there will be, like you said, the Foamsies is coming with the foam truck, and we're going to have Mike the Balloon Guy out there. We're going to have face painters. What is really sustainable farming, smart for everyone, is to have the bees out there.
Yes,
is to have the bee hives and houses. And Kevin Altrib is the beekeeper, and he will be doing a honeybee demonstration. And it's just very cool because, of course, bees are so essential to our food and our well-being and what have you. And so they're out there, promoting and using these practices, these sustainable practices. And like you said, it's so cool to show the kids, like, look how this is done and look why this is so important and look what and then we get honey from it. I mean, my goodness. Right? How could you, what a deal.
Right, exactly.
What a deal, right?
Well, and just the scenery, but also going back to what we talked about, really raising awareness and funds for childhood cancer research. And I think this is such an important thing because we've talked, off the air a little bit about, the research and where the funding's allocated mostly towards. And we were talking childhood cancers normally don't receive as much funding compared to the colons and those, correct?
Right. Well, and in all fairness, money that does go to cancer research, a lot of that does benefit pediatric cancer research too. But as a fund itself, it's not the most highly funded thing. So I think going gold, September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, which is why the American Cancer Society holds gold events in September to not only raise the funds for research and supportive care, but also to raise awareness. And, there is not another gold event in the area. So I think it's really important to grow this event and for people to come and have fun and really make it, child-centric and, really have the kids out there. And just last year, they had a great time. just with all the, like, we have a little, we typically have a 5K with this.
Right.
But the 5K, I don't know if it was that horrible heat we had. People just were not signing up for it. And so we thought, you know what, let's just like blow up the festival. Let's make the festival part of it really big. And so our friend Billy Greenwood is going to come out and MC the event. And he's such a kind person. He's got a big heart for kids. So we're excited to have him out there. And like I said, just there's pumpkin decorating and there's, races and candy and music, and it's just going to be fun. We're going to also have the specially made apple donuts and the fresh pressed apple cider for sale.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Hey, before we go any further on all the details of it, I have to pay a quick bill. But before I do that,
okay.
I wanted to ask you, with your role as a senior development manager for the American Cancer Society here in the Metro East, is this your primary function or focus? Is engagement in events like this, or take us through your role?
Right. So I have a portfolio of events, and I do 3 Relay for Life.
Okay.
I do the Riverbend.
Yep.
Riverbend Relay for Life, which of course is right here in our backyard, and it is a hugely important event as well. Relay for Life, it really is the cornerstone fundraising event for ACS, and it's been around for a long time, and it's certainly changed over the years, but it's still really important and really dear to our survivors in the community. We celebrate them. We treat them to a dinner. We have a survivor walk at the Relay. So the Relay is just not only a great fundraiser, it is such a great awareness piece for cancer in our community, and to really honor those who have been through it and who have survived, and those we've lost to cancer, And I think that I can safely say that cancer has touched
every one of us
in one way or another. It really has. So I do the Riverbend. I also do Clinton County, and I also do East St. Louis.
Wow.
And then we have a farm to table event that we had at Bella Milano this year.
Stay tuned.
They're coming. And it was wonderful. It was great fun. Corey Evans came to play, and we had lots of food. We had wonderful sponsors. So we had a lot of fun at that event. It just happened August 24th. And then I also had the Colors of Cancer, which is a leaderboard. And so I reach out to people in the community, and I get them for the month of April to represent whatever cancer is most important to them. It could be breast cancer. It could be colon cancer, and they pick that color. Wow. So if they're going to do colon, they're going to have a blue ribbon. If they're going to do, breast, they're going to have a pink ribbon, and they're going to advocate and raise funds through their social network for the month of April.
Wow.
Yeah, so
that's incredible.
Yeah, and so if anyone is interested in that leaderboard series, please let me know.
That's my call to action notification.
Okay.
Just making sure everyone's listening. So
Yeah.
Some good incentives. Hey, it's 10:22. I got to pay a quick bill. More of our daily show and this fantastic conversation hits you next right here in downtown Alton.
Here at Modified Auto Sound, we are an automotive customizing shop that specializes in car audio, window tinting, and other truck and Jeep accessories. So as an interested customer, we always recommend that you just stop in the shop. Check us out at 241 Eastgate Plaza, right off of Route 3 in East Alton, Illinois. At Modified Auto Sound, there's no such thing as strangers, just friends we haven't met.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you. For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Mungan Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Mungan Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Mungan Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Lennox system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
You can call it another lonely day. You can go your own way. Go your own way.
Welcome back, 1025. I know you guys wanted to hear what I was talking about. We haven't gotten that far yet, but, we had a great off-the-air conversation about how awesome Stevie Nicks is, and, that's some cool stuff. What's also cool is the event that's happening this weekend at Liberty Apple Orchard, and it's really cool to see so many different components of this, whether or not it's the orchard itself, it's your participation, the American Cancer Society, the numerous donors and supporters of this. For you, is that a cool component to see all these different aspects of the Riverbend community, the Edwardsville communities coming together and really putting this on?
Well, that is like a very key and huge component is sponsors, donors, and it's and that's my job. That's what I do. Yeah. I engage and partner with businesses and things like that, with Bella, with other businesses to get them on board. And I think it's a great opportunity for not only our business community to become aware of what's going on with the world of cancer and research and supportive services, but also just to know that ACS is in the community. Yeah. And the American Cancer Society is here. They pay a staff partner to be representative of the needs in the Metro East. And I can't speak for all other organizations, but I know that's not always typical. True. So it's great that American Cancer Society invests that way.
That's a great point, because I think sometimes when you have a national organization, people go, well, what are they actually doing in my backyard? And you're 100% right. I mean, to have that representation, goes a more than a mile for what this organization does each and every year.
And, speaking to engaging with sponsors and business people and things like that, I think through social media that we have such a grasp and a comfort in grassroots type local things. Yep. And we're very much local. But, when it comes to ACS, it is as an international nonprofit. True. Yes. And so a lot of people are just kind of like have this disconnect. But what people don't understand is that research and that benefits you and me and our neighbors and our neighborhood. But we also have programs like the Road to Recovery, which is somebody who can't afford to take off of work, or they don't have a vehicle or whatever, we make sure that they get to their treatment. And that is in St. Clair and Madison County. And that is a complimentary service to patients going through treatment. So that definitely touches. We also have a Hope Lodge in St. Louis where cancer patients can stay and their caregiver can stay for free. The facility is amazing. If any businesses want to get together and go in there and serve dinner to the patients and caregivers, that's a great business partner teamwork activity. Right. But, ACS is very much involved in the community.
It really is. And, it's one of those things, Patty, I don't know how you feel about it, but it's one of those things that you don't recognize until you're in the driver's seat or you're in that situation. It is. And then you realize, wow, without, and unless you've been in that where you're going, my heart breaks for the individual that's battling this, that doesn't have a support system, that's trying to figure out how am I going to get to treatment, and how am I going to find a way back home, and those things you guys go more than a mile above to make sure that they're done.
Right. Like, and American Cancer Society is incredibly devoted to speaking to health disparities. You know, with white women and women of color having the same occurrence almost of breast cancer, but women of color having a 40% higher mortality rate. You know, I mean, that definitely speaks to health disparities. And American Cancer Society is determined to close that gap. You know, and that means getting people. That means being in it. You know, we're up in Springfield. We're up in legislators' faces. We're trying to change policies and get, you know, insurance companies to offer more coverage to folks and to get folks covered and things like that, so that they can survive cancer. You know, I mean, it's incredibly important. Or put mechanisms in place so you can get screenings. You know, I mean, that's really the key to beating cancer.
On top of that, the survival, and then also making sure that you can recover financially from the burden it does cause, because the cost is astronomical.
It does.
And you know, I just what you guys do is really important, and I think it's great to know that there is local representation here for an international organization that is just more than going above and beyond. And circling back to this weekend, this is coming up on Saturday, the 16th of September from 9 to noon. I always like that. I think that rolls off the tongue better than 8 to noon. 9 to noon, you know?
9 to noon.
You know, as long as it ain't no 9 to 5. I can only listen to that song so much. The annual American... I used to play it all the time, and they'd flag me for playing it on Facebook. Would they get so mad?
Really?
I don't know who Dolly Parton, has running her copyright, but she hired a good one.
Oh, wow. Okay.
With that being said, on Saturday, September the 16th, Liberty Apple Orchard in Edwardsville Family Fun Event featuring
the Foamsies truck, featuring face painting, featuring apples, featuring the balloon guy, featuring just a ton of fun. We're going to have scavenger hunts and 50-yard dashes and candy and prizes, and it's just going to be just a fun celebration of life and kids, and so we're super excited. And I really want to say a very big thank you to Lugene and Steve Miller, who own Liberty Apple Orchard and who have been so incredibly generous and kind. Adam used to work at the orchard, and that's where the connection came from. Right. And so they have been a fantastic support to the Bear Horse family and to this event. So God bless them. I mean, they're great.
Well, and you're absolutely right, and a big shout out. And before I let you go, though, I think we'd be remiss, not to talk about, even though this terrible situation to Adam and his family, to see how this event really has helped so many people because of a tragedy. It's not really bittersweet, but it is. It's a feel-good story knowing that his memory, his legacy is still continuing today from your work and others from where it started now to help more families and children in need.
Well, it's honestly about research.
Yeah.
And, when A treatment or B treatment doesn't work for you, and that's all that's there, that's it.
Yeah.
And, more research means more treatment, and more research means finding ways to help people, survive cancer. And so that is, like you said, I mean, it's bittersweet. I wish, and I know everybody else does, that there have been, 20 different treatments that Adam could have, gotten access to. And he's dearly missed. He was my son's best friend. And anyway, it is. It's tough. It's very tough. Their family is very dear to me. And so it is, like you said, until you're in the driver's seat and until you actually see it and you feel it and it's a tangible kind of thing, you really don't necessarily absolutely appreciate what these events do for people in our community.
You're absolutely right. And Patty, I could talk to you all day long about this. You're an amazing individual, and I wish nothing but the most success for this weekend. Going gold for Kids Fest, Going Gold Kids Fest for Childhood Cancer Research. I was reading the initial 5K, but we're taking a pause on the 5K because that heat wave has still worn me out. Man, that was rough.
Oh my gosh. I think people were like, Run? Yeah, no.
They were looking at you going, all right, yeah, we're running to the fridge. That's what we're running.
Running to the couch and the air conditioning, yes.
With that being said, you can follow along for more information on the Facebook page, the event Facebook page. Just type in Going Gold Kids Fest for Childhood Cancer this Saturday, 9 to noon at Liberty Apple Orchard. Patty, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. You were very kind to have me.
No problem. 10:33, we'll take a quick break. Patty's been talking about him a little bit. Bella Milano celebrating 20 years in business. That's a huge milestone for anybody's company, whether or not what industry you're in. So we're going to get him in studio. We're going to talk about ways we can help celebrate the 20th celebrations with them. You know, I think that's a pretty cool thing. What about you, Patty?
I think for a local business, a local small business to do as well as they have done is... it not only gives us a wonderful place to go to eat, it also gives back to our community in many ways. And they've been wonderful to us.
Absolutely.
For sure.
There you go. So why don't you just sit back, relax, warm up that coffee a little bit, and listen to the next conversation right here on a Wednesday morning in downtown Alton.
Nikki here from Newark. It was my birthday, so I told my boyfriend Vinny I wanted the best steak in Jersey. We did a Google search and hopped in the car, and 15 hours later we rolled up to George's Local Brew in Jerseyville, Illinois. It was the best steak I've ever had. They cut them fresh daily. Since it was my birthday, the owner let me spin the wheel of George's, and I won a diamond ring. And then Vinny proposed to me. Talk about the best road trip of my life. George's Local Brew, where every night is steak night.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. Save up to 27% when you bundle home, auto, and life. American Family Insurance.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
Are you in the market for new flooring? Look no further than Ed Eagles Discount Carpet. Ed Eagles has an enormous inventory of carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood with professionally trained carpet installers that will treat your project and home with the utmost respect. Lowe's and Home Depot can't even compare. Our discounted prices regularly beat out the big box stores. Stop by today to have your new flooring ready for the holiday season. Ed Eagles, quality carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood at discount prices, located on Humbert Road in Alton.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trumped. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Because love grows where my rosemary goes, and nobody knows like me.
It is 10:37. That's the time on a Wednesday morning in downtown Alton. It's the 13th day of September, and my microphone is exploding again. That's okay, but we'll fix that in a second. 20 years in business is an impressive milestone for anybody, no matter what industry, and Bella Milano is celebrating that 20th this year. How are we feeling today, Craig and Tom? Pretty good morning, pretty mild.
Feeling
humid.
great, yeah. Thank you for having us, CJ. Really appreciate it.
Well, no problem. Hold on real quick here. This microphone's been giving me fits. This is why we like a live show, guys. So with that being said, I think it's cool. I mean, everyone that I've gone through Facebook and always see like Margaret Freer talking about Bella Milano at dinner.
Always,
or,
yeah.
You know, and all the connections that you guys have truly made. It's more than a restaurant. It seems like just a gathering of folks from the community really just enjoying some great food and great times.
You know, I tell people all the time, I've got the best job in the world. I host a party every night. You know what I mean?
Good answer.
We're eating good food. We're drinking some libations, you know, and it's fun. It's a fun atmosphere, and it's a family-friendly fun, too,
That's what it's all about, family.
Absolutely. And, you know, take me through the start of this, 20 years ago. I mean, as this is kind of getting going, what did it look like?
Well, so Tom's dad, Sam Garino, who we lost in 2020, him and I got to become friends. We both owned Dairy Queens, and we got to know each other that way. And we decided, hey, Edwardsville needs a nice Italian restaurant to have dinner at, and that's what it all started from.
Really?
And when we first went out there was nobody in that area, and so since that time, as you know, where we're located at on 157 there, that area's exploded.
Well, and that's what I think is so cool is, I mean, you guys really got to see the kind of boom of the area. I mean, it seems like when you guys moved in, you're right, it was a little bit lower, and now, I mean, open your eyes, and it's like, wow, overnight almost.
It went from having no restaurants to being a restaurant destination, you know? I mean, people will come to Edwardsville just not even knowing where they're going to eat, you know? And just kind of see what's available and see what there is to, enjoy.
It's kind of funny because I remember to this day, your dad saying, Edwardsville will become a destination dining, and that's what it's done.
Isn't that wild?
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, and what I always find unique about that's interesting you say, is when someone truly envisions something and manifests, I mean, 9 times out of 10, it's going to come.
Yeah.
And how does it feel for you guys to really, be able to almost say, we watched this happen, in front of our very eyes.
Pretty cool feeling.
And a part of it,
yes. Pretty cool feeling. It really is.
It's humbling, really.
Yeah.
You know, when we started this restaurant, we didn't know, if we were even going to make it a year, we were hoping, but
well, and it's a tough
the way
industry.
the communities responded to us, it's just, even during COVID, even more during COVID, they really embraced the restaurants, and ordered from the local restaurants and tipped the servers even more. They knew everybody was struggling, and it was really a great thing to see.
That's actually fascinating because during COVID, during the pandemic, I mean, you guys are already established as a restaurant that a lot of people go to. What was it like for you guys to kind of navigate that? Because, I mean, I've talked to businesses that just started during the pandemic, which was tough. But, I mean, for someone like you guys, that's a namesake, almost at that point, and you are, and then you hit that. What was that transition like, and just trying to, see if you can keep doing it?
The biggest thing was, from day to day, you didn't know what was going to change.
Right.
But we had started online ordering and curbside pickup actually before COVID. And of course, when that came on board, it exploded. So we already had the infrastructure in place. And then it was great. I wouldn't say great. I mean, from the to-go business,
right.
It just exploded, and it's continued to this day. It's higher percentage today than it was pre-COVID.
Well, you're absolutely right. It's that timing thing again, and just kind of having that going is really impressive. And with that being said, there's a couple of ways that we can celebrate the 20th year anniversary. We're going to talk about that after a quick break. But before I do that, I got to ask you, what was the first meal? Do you kind of remember that at all? That first day one of Bella Milano? Was it one of those things where was it a smooth first day, or was it a little interesting?
No.
Restaurant openings are never smooth.
I was going to ask.
And our actually opening day was December 3rd.
Oh, yeah.
So it was in the height of this, December's all
Busiest
restaurants
month.
busiest month.
Yeah.
It was
Holiday
December
parties.
3rd.
Oh.
Yeah, and it was chaotic.
It's like you can imagine we're bumping into each other,
And then people are already in the holiday crazy manic phase, so they're ready to eat and they're ready to keep going,
We don't know what we're doing. We're like,
it was pretty. It was crazy fun.
Right. It was control chaos. Yes.
Now I got to ask you: was there a year or a moment where you guys kind of looked back and went, we're in a good spot? Did that ever kind of feeling set in at all, or?
I mean, I'd say 2005 when we opened Springfield, because you don't open another restaurant without things being okay in the first, you know. But after we had 2, we didn't open our next one till 2012. So that'll tell you,
right.
2's a little bit more than to keep up with. So
and 3's even harder, But I don't know. I never look at anything as like, I step back, we made it.
Right.
Because I'm always looking like, okay, it's,
one of my father's
Sam's dad,
favorite
he had a
sayings.
lot of sayings. Sam's one was every day you're getting better or worse.
Oh, that's interesting.
And if you think about it, everybody's doing that. And so that's kind of a model that we use. And so we're always looking to get better and change things. And, if somebody has an idea, we're going to look at it, and it can be an employee or whatever, it doesn't matter.
Well, and that's such a huge component, because in this, and I get kind of get in trouble sometimes, because I say sometimes whenever I call it landmark or staple status, you get in that kind of cruise control, and you're, no, they're going to keep coming on Thursdays because we have wings. Well, eventually somebody else is going to make better wings or have a different incentive, and they're going to go there.
That's the thing, you stand pat, your competition's not. They're striving to be better, so you're going to get left, We review our menu every single year. We take things off, we add things, we try to stay with trends, we update the stores. We put a lot of money back into the restaurants.
Right. But I wanted to go, hey, who went to Stevie Nicks? I did too. We were at the same concert, man. Oh, Patty was just telling me when you said that, because I was going to say, what do you mean? I was going to sit in front row at Billy Joel, That was for me. And but it's all about investing in yourselves too.
Correct.
Well, and for you guys, is it the food, the preparations, the organizational side of things when it comes to the business, or is it truly the people that you get most excited about when it comes to your day-to-day activities and roles in Bella Milano?
It's definitely the people.
Is it?
Yeah. I'm director of hospitality, so that's
a good answer then.
That's just exactly right up my alley.
And I'm more the operations guy,
Right.
And we have a director of operations, Michael Giberson, who's, he's our right-hand man, and does all the behind-the-scenes stuff, and but he's awesome. And then so I'm like I said, behind-the-scenes guy. I really like that kind of stuff, and but I love being in front of customers, interviewing, just listening, especially if they don't know who I am.
Yeah,
it's really cool, because you hear a lot of good stories. And you maybe hear some bad ones once in a while, but you can fix those bad ones if you hear them.
Yeah.
And we never want a customer to leave unhappy.
Right.
We want to fix the problem while they're in the store.
Well, and
that's our job.
And that's such a huge thing, is just making sure you're going above and beyond, and really just making sure that you're doing the best that you can. And if we can find some ways that we can celebrate Bella Milano doing the best that they could for 20 years, and hopefully for another 20 more. We'll take a quick break. I got to pay a quick bill. We'll come back and find out all the ways that we can celebrate with Bella Milano, and we'll see what other trouble we can all cause on a Wednesday morning in the heart of the Riverbend.
Life's better when you're under our roof. That's because our expert agents will make you feel totally protected with the right auto and home coverage at the right price. Also, you can enjoy the dreams you've worked so hard to achieve. American Family Insurance.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
RiverBender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Tracy Chapman might give you one reason to stay. I'll give you 50 to go to Bella Milano and celebrate the 20th. All right, I think I got this. Tom Garino?
Yes, sir.
Ha! There we go. Now this is going to be a little bit tougher. Craig Galagero. Oh, dang it, I almost had it. All right. My microphone stopped exploding again. It's like a fuse, you know? It starts ticking a little bit, like when, and all of a sudden we have to figure it out for a second.
I see, it's like a constant thing.
Yeah, it started today. I don't know. I think it's because you guys are just bringing the heat every time you're serving food, you know?
I appreciate that.
With that being
well played.
said, hardly. With that being said, we can celebrate the festivities at a kickoff at 4 p.m. Tuesday, September the 19th with a rededication ribbon cutting ceremony. Take me through this.
Yeah, they're going to come in, the chamber, and celebrate our 20th by doing a little ribbon cutting ceremony. Cool. We're going to have some free beer and wine and appetizers. So, yeah. Free, that's the key thing there,
Everybody's welcome.
Well, and too, free beer. That alone is the incentive.
Free beer and wine. It's right that time at the end of the day. Perfect
and you
little
top
day
it up with
cap.
some Bella Milano food. What can you say?
That, I'm looking at right
yeah.
now, you're doing 20% off. Is that a thing?
20% off you stay for dinner as well. Absolutely.
And they're doing to-go 20% off right now.
Yeah, we also have 20% off
to-go
orders right
now.
now.
Any to-go order, 20% off.
For the whole month.
That's incredible. Yeah. That's a really cool celebration thing. With that too, this themed offer, for the next, couple of weeks, $20 chicken entrees, and then you got 20% off the entire checks, free dessert, and more for E-Club members. What's your E-Club?
So if you sign up for free in the store or on our website, we do special offers that are only for the E-Club. We don't do coupons, but our E-Club members will spend out special offers. Really cool. Yeah. So it's a good reason to be subscribed because you know what's going on. Like the Bella Milano launch party for Buffalo Trace that we're getting ready to do. That'll all go out.
Through Buffalo Trace, what's going on here? Hold on here. You can't just throw that out there. Hold on.
We should have brought him a bottle.
Yeah, we should have. Actually, I do have one. Yeah. Go ahead, Tom.
So every year for about the past almost 10 years, we buy a barrel from Buffalo Trace, and then they ship it to us single barrel. It's
Only
normally
ours.
a batch product, and it's got a Bella Milano special sticker on there. It says the year, and it's amazing how much the single barrel tastes different. You know, every barrel that you taste, when we go down there, we taste 4 different barrels, and we taste them barrel proof, and then after they add the distilled water, and it's amazing the different flavor profiles from the exact same recipe, aged the same way,
It's an art form.
It's all about temperature.
It's so
where it's at located, it's so much goes into it.
That kicks off. That's the first one is October.
So October 26th for Edwardsville.
Okay.
And then November 2nd in O'Fallon, and it'll have 3 different time frames: 5 to 6, 6 to 7, and 7 to 8. And you could pick whichever works best for you.
Oh, I like that.
So if you go to our website, it's not up yet. It'll be coming up shortly. The tickets will be sold on there. You can go to our website, Eventbrite. Click on that. It takes you right to the site. It's not up yet.
Okay.
And then you purchase a ticket that gets you in. It gets you a bottle of the Buffalo Trace. It gets you a cocktail, old-fashioned cocktail, tasting of the barrel, neat, or if you want it chilled or whatever, plus Bella Milano appetizers. We only have 25 tickets available per time slot.
Really?
So it's 75.
Buffalo Trace, they'll come and bring some swag to give away. It's
75
a fun little
tickets
event.
is all we're selling. So when we're sold out for that time period, next one, and then we're done. So it's very limited.
That's amazing. That's really a cool thing. I haven't heard any other restaurants that do this type of thing.
Well, you can't get single barrel Buffalo Trace. Not unless you buy a barrel. This is the only way to get it.
That's incredible.
It's incredibly rare, too, and people really love coming out for this event.
Without a doubt. I mean, this is really awesome. And in September, we already kind of hit on this 20% off discount for to go and all carryouts. Is that correct
Yes.
too?
Yep.
And now you can also enjoy retro dishes. Now, this kind of brought me to a segue here because I got to ask you, the menus had to evolve over 20 years, I'm sure.
Yes.
Do you ever look back like a fashion trend at something you were putting on the menu going, oh man, I cannot believe that we wore, you know, whether or not it's like the turtleneck or the gold chain to the, whatever food you were serving. Does that happen?
Oh, yeah. You know what I always hated was parsley on top of the dish.
So fashioned, yeah.
And when we first started, we did that, and I hated the look, and it tastes like grass on top of your food. And,
but that was the thing back in the
day.
Yeah. Now it's like, what? You can't do that. Yeah.
Corduroy pants.
I'm glad
and
we don't
parsley.
do that anymore.
That's what I find fascinating is just the way that tastes change and palates change and the way even presentation, I'm sure, changes for you guys too.
For sure.
What do you kind of go about when you do some research into what's kind of piquing interest? How does that work?
Well, we do research on trends that are evolving, but we also learn a lot from our employees. We have around 250 employees, and about 100 of them are kitchen employees, and they all bring a different style of cooking with them and repertoire. So we learn a lot from them. There's many items that Cajun chicken pasta is one. It was a special that one of our chefs did, and now it's one of the more popular dishes on the menu. So
to keep to over 250 employees happy, you're doing something right too.
And we furloughed no one during COVID either. Everybody kept their job that wanted to work. So we're very proud of that.
I would be. I mean, that's just absolutely incredible. Look at that. Even the microphone couldn't handle it again. So in October, specials include a buy one, get one offer of a complimentary entree with the purchase of one at regular price, which I think, again, is on
Tuesdays.
On
Tuesdays only. And this is our biggest promotion. People really come out for this. It's buy one, get one. So you
You have to be an E-Club member.
Correct.
So the certificate. Let's go back to E-Club for just a second.
Yes.
When you join up, just for joining up, we give you a $15 gift card. Just for showing up, just for signing up. Then when you come in, you can use that obviously. On your birthday, we give you a free entree, okay, up to $20. On your anniversary, same thing, up to $20 entree. That's on us. Nobody else in the restaurant business really does that kind of stuff.
Why do you do it? Just curious.
Just we've been doing it for 10, 15 years, and we just started it, and
it's only for the special E-Club members,
So there's a lot of benefits. I hear people say, "Oh, I get spam all the time." This isn't spam. If we're sending you something, it's really going to be pretty important. I mean, that's why I look at it. So.
I mean, that's what I was kind of asking with the E-Club initially because I didn't want to just flat out say, so you just give me like 5% off every couple of months. I mean, these are real incentives.
No free dessert for your birthday.
What I love is when Applebee's goes, oh, we'll get you a free entree. It's like, no, my freezer's full.
Right.
Exactly. But I mean, this is just amazing, and what I think's cool is just the community involvement that you guys do too. I mean, not to patronize you, but Patty was just talking about it too. We didn't realize that you guys knew each other when you were coming in.
Yeah.
I thought you were part of the same interview. I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on here? But just the fact that Patty and all these organizations can reach out and at least ask, and you're participating in so much.
It's a give and a take. Like I said, during the community supporting us during COVID, we've got to support the community back.
Right.
It's a give and take.
It's a responsibility we have.
Yeah.
And we're besides Patty with the American Cancer Society, we've done
partner with the Edwardsville School District, on
Partnership
projects.
Pets, Hope Rescue. There's a lot of things throughout the years we've done. Full blown, events.
Cancer functions. Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Well, and what are the conversations that you guys have, the family has just kind of talking about the 20 years? Is it a lot of reminiscing? Is it a lot of, I can't believe we made it this far? What's normally the tone of that conversation look like?
For me, it makes me think of my dad a lot.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Like I said, it's only been a couple of years, and still pretty raw.
Yeah.
And this was like his and our thing, you know? I mean, all the kids had their own thing with Dad, but this was mine, you know? So that's really what it is for me, just remembering Craig and my dad and I just...
the things we did together.
Where the table's going to be positioned, you know?
The little stuff, you know. I'm looking at the little stuff, and Sam's looking at the big picture, and I'm like, we got to make sure this is right, Yeah. That table's not in the right spot, you know? But that's what made the thing work, you know, because, you know, what one person's strength is, the other person's strengths can be something different, and they work together great.
Well,
and that's what it was.
I tell people all the time, a good team doesn't have three people that think the same.
Correct.
It's having those, you know, those differences of philosophy, but also those strengths and cons and different aspects
Got completely
of business.
different skill sets,
You have to.
And, you know, that's one thing we do, too. I think we take a lot of pride in this, is we involve our employees. Tom mentioned about it. We have managers meetings, you know, once a month, our GMs, chefs, and we want their input. Okay, we don't have the you know, sit in the ivory tower and come down and say we're gonna do this. Okay, we make them up with an idea and then we run it by them and we let them tell us, will that work? Will it not work? Okay, can you execute that properly? Yes, no. Be honest with me.
Yeah.
Don't tell me yes and then you can't do it and then it doesn't work. That's not fair. So everything's done that way.
This is just incredible. And before I let you guys go, because we're already at the end of the show, I told you guys, I'm like, 15 minutes, and then all of a sudden you're here with me for 25. Let's circle back.
We may hang out afterwards.
Yeah, you never know where the morning's going to take it.
I brought that buffalo.
Yeah, if we would have brought the buffalo trace, you're right.
I would just like to mention our party we're going to throw.
That's what I was wanting to circle back to, if it's cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So on the 10th of November, we're going to be hosting a huge party at the N.O. Nelson Center. It's the LeClaire Center as well.
Nice building.
Yeah. Very nice, yes. And we're going to have the Robert Perry Band there, which is a great local band that people really come out to see.
Yeah.
And the event will go from 5 to 10. We'll have dancing, like I said, a band. We're going to have multiple bars set up. We're going to do some giveaway type things. We'll have, obviously, food stations set up. And it's
going to be kind of an open house thing. You come and go. You don't spend the whole night there. Nothing like that. So,
really cool. Yeah. We'll have to get you to come seriously because I want to talk about this more in depth.
That'd be great.
If that's okay, we can come back in October.
And I'll bring you that barrel.
Bottle. Yeah. Now that's a deal.
Barrel. Wait a minute.
Yeah. I'll take the barrel. You heard it here. 10 at 11 o'clock.
He said it.
But in the meantime, you can stop by on the 19th of September, 4 p.m. on a Tuesday, and stop by the ribbon cutting rededication. Really just celebrate this milestone with the Bella Milano team. Best of luck the next 20 years, and congratulations on the 20th.
Hopefully.
Thank you for your time.
Oh, never a problem. I've had a blast doing it. We are out of time today, so I'll see all of you tomorrow. We had a great show, kind of hung in there.
Yeah.
You know, took a few kind of jabs to the right from an exploding microphone, but hey, you live and you learn. I'll see you back here tomorrow live at 9. On that note, have a great day, but just most importantly, try your best to stay out of jail.
He said it